architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Looking long for Tom. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Ryan. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the 2nd year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year for New Orleans.
No doubt about it. I mean, that team jumped out right from the word go. Well, let me rephrase that. After a season-opening disappointing loss to Tampa Bay, they ran off a heck of a streak and established themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. The only concerns going forward, will they get everyone back healthy? Remember, Sheldon Rankins, their exciting defensive tackle, got hurt in the playoffs. But the other part is, can they shake off the last 2 years of losses, get that out of their psyche? That crazy Minneapolis loss to the Vikings, and then the controversial non-call in the playoffs against the Rams this year. If they can put that behind them, they'll be a force again in 2019.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Got it! 21.
Breeze now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Get up! Hey, Tuesday. Ready, blue lady, go! Here we go, check it motion. Check the call.
On 2nd down, Ryan sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
36. Under. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
21.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Forced out to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Here we go.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Hey, two.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here we go with Kamara. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the 1st down.
Ready. We're waiting.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Josh Hill has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Benjamin Watson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker Deion Jones for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
12. 11.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
36.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
11.
On play action, it's Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready? Ready? 5-8.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's Coleman here. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll run it. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. And incomplete. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He spins free. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Right.
He's going to get it running right. Pretty move. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. But there was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one. But Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Play action. It's Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, express. Get out.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken about 7 yards deep.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
11. Let's go. Let him go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
20. Let him go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He finds Coleman. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A 1st down carry for Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They get it to him running left. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! New that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
22.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
4 down, check. 4 down.
On second down, here's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Over.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On first down, Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead. 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ryan wants to throw it. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run forward with Smith. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.